I enjoy working. The thought of staying in all day, you know, waking up, not having a job, it's just, you know, even just a 9 to 5 job, something like that, it's just not appealing, you know what I mean? We just take the lorry down to the wholesale market, and we have to buy all the fruit and veg and stuff that we sell, and basically we just load that onto the lorry, drive back and unload it, you know, pretty simple really. I mean, I never really liked the idea of having like a 9 to 5 office job or something like that. You know, I wanted to be in the police force before what happens. I mean, the thought of a 9 to 5 office job is just like, I don't know. This is just so much better for me. I was in the Army Corps when I was younger, and I was a pretty good shot. You know, like long range and stuff like that. You know, I was never the fastest and I was never the strongest, but stick a gun in my hands and I knew exactly what I was doing. I was a really good shot. It's something that I like to keep up, but obviously there's not really any kind of place for me to use that anymore. There was just something natural about it. You know, they could stick anything in my hands for target practice or something like that, and I just knew precisely what I was doing. There's a deadness to shooting. It's like kind of like a focus you have to take when you're shooting. It really is just you, the gun, and the target, and that's all there is. I could shoot with my eyes closed. You know, you line up the shot, you take that breath in. I could close my eyes and I knew that I got it. I think asking to be in like the SAS or something like that may have been a bit much, you know, but you can always dream, especially like when you're a kid and stuff. You know, I was always dreaming I'd be going off to like far off places and stuff like that. But being like a police officer, that would have been great as well. I mean, you would have been like an upstanding member of the community, and you would have had all this responsibility on your shoulders, and there's probably lots of people that would crumble under that responsibility for the safety of all those people around them. But I think it's something I would have relished. I think it's something I would have loved. I just kind of started drifting slightly. You know, I wasn't doing anything that a normal kid at that age wouldn't do, but I suppose I was kind of looking at different routes, and you know, not purposefully, just kind of by chance. And I started seeing other people and looking at their ways of life, and instead of me kind of, you know, taking that step back and saying, you know, no, that's not me, I didn't really have the strength to do that, and I just kind of went along with things. You know, I think it mainly started when I started seeing Jenny.
There's been times when it's been hard. I mean, it's a big thing. I don't think anyone can say that it isn't. Because it's not like he went to prison because he burgled someone's house. He went to prison because he killed a child. And that's my boyfriend that did that. So I've had to deal with that. And people who've got a lot of mouth have had a lot of things to say. And I think that gets to him. He was always a bit different, you know, from the normal lads I was growing up with and that. He was a bit like organised, secure, safe. Do you know what I mean? And I like that. I like that in a person. So that's what attracted me to him. I wouldn't have said I was up for his career choice route, but you know, each to their own. Like, that's what he wanted to do and he had his mind set on it, so whatever, you know.
I was 17 and I'd recently passed my driving test, and it was Jenny's friend's 18th birthday, and a few of us were going to the local pub, You know, and I thought to myself, you know, I won't stay long, and you know, I'll have a couple of drinks, and then I'll just drive home. I'll be fine. And the thing is, when I get a bit drunk, I can also get quite jealous. And me and Jenny, we had an argument, and it was just a stupid argument. And I stormed off, and I decided I'd just drive home and I'd be fine. And I really wasn't focusing on what I was doing at all. You know, I felt fine, but I just wasn't focusing on what I was doing. I was so angry. And I drove off. And I turned into Trimore Lane. And I looked up. And I saw her face. I saw these big brown eyes. And for a split second they met with mine. And I just slammed my foot down on the brakes as hard as I could. I could feel her hit the car. I could just feel it. And I slammed my foot down on the brakes as hard as I could, but there was nothing I could do.
You and I are dying. And I hate every word, but nothing wants of trying, believe me. Can't cage every bird, 'cause I can see the flying past the rooftops on the breeze, away from you and me and the disease. You and I are dying. You thought I'd let that go, but I will always remember, and I will always remember what I had in my maker's eyes, all through the whole sweetness of our lives together. We're nothing special, and that is my mistake. I walked towards the city lights and flew into a cage with bars I cannot break, and wait for you, and I am dying.
I think that everyone has a path that they can choose to walk down and reach the end of. No matter how like long or short or different that path may be. But I think it's really easy to turn off from that path, and really difficult, incredibly difficult to find your way back.